is what you call a turning point, folks. Okay, a minute and a half left here in round 5, and Jake's looking for the finish. He's finished. He's hurt. On the run. Jake Paul pulling on here.
Just hours ago, the highly anticipated fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul took place. Sounds like a wild dream, right? One's a legendary heavyweight known for knocking out opponents with a single punch, and the other's a YouTube star who somehow carved out a name in boxing. You might be thinking, how serious could this fight really be? But trust me, this wasn't just a sideshow. Tyson, the undisputed powerhouse, was the clear expert, while Jake, controversial as ever, wasn't backing down. After months of hype, fans everywhere wondered, could Jake handle Tyson's raw power? Or was this destined to be a disaster? The world was watching to see if the impossible could happen.
I started them out. Yeah, I hooked them over their first trainer. They're doing good, well, man. I'm very happy for them and their success, and they're doing good, man. Think about it. It was just some YouTube kids, and here they fought the great Floyd Mayweather and now Mike Tyson, the two biggest guys in the sport. So
the bell rings, and the action is intense. At 58, Tyson isn't slowing down, while Jake, with his reach and youthful energy, proves he's no slouch. Curious how it all played out? Stick around. I'll break it down for you. Trust me, you won't hear this anywhere else. Stay tuned for the full rundown.
Where's the lawsuit? If you didn't get paid, where's the lawsuit? So it's a bunch of bullshit, but like I said before, they know what they're doing. Both brothers. Logan as well as Jake, they know what they're doing, so.
The fight just ended a few hours ago, and wow, this wasn't your typical match. Jake Paul, the YouTuber turned boxer known for his confidence, stepped into the ring with none other than Iron Mike Tyson. Yes, Tyson, the man with fists so powerful they could carry a warning label. The AT&T Arena in Arlington, Texas, was packed with fans. Some there for Jake, the social media sensation, and others for Tyson, the living legend. Everyone braced for a wild clash between Jake's youthful ambition and Tyson's raw, legendary power. It was a spectacle from start to finish.
Mike Tyson, second round knockout, one of the most second round real knockout, not just a fake knockout. After the first round, I don't think Jake probably gonna try to run, but he can't run for Mike. Mike is serious business. When he go in there for real. He hungry too. Mike is hungry.
From the opening bell, Jake came out swinging. Literally, he circled the ring with confidence, keeping Tyson at a safe distance with quick jabs and footwork that surprised a lot of people. He seemed relaxed, almost too comfortable, like he thought he had this figured out. Jake was clearly trying to keep Tyson out of his danger zone, throwing quick jabs here and there, relying on his reach advantage. He bounced around the ring, snapping clean shots that landed with precision. For a moment, it almost looked like Jake might actually stand a chance, especially with Tyson's calm, almost passive demeanor. Maybe Jake thought he was outsmarting the legend. But Tyson wasn't fazed. He stood stone-faced, letting Jake believe he was making progress. This was a man who had seen it all, one who knew how to take a hit and deliver a much bigger one in return. Calm and patient, Tyson was reading Jake's every move. Round one might have given Jake a few points, but Tyson was letting him run his show, waiting for the perfect moment to take control.
He get there too quick. But if you charge him, you're gonna smother everything. Because everything he push off his legs. He push off his legs so he too close. Like this, but if you give him room, I mean, everybody get knocked out going backwards. Like this, and you give him.
Round two began, and Jake stuck to his plan, relying on his reach and experience. But Tyson decided it was time to turn up the pressure. He closed the distance Jake had worked so hard to create, brushing off the jabs that had worked in round one. Despite Tyson's assault, Jake stayed composed. Tyson, however, made every punch count, asserting control. Then came the body shots, heavy, powerful punches that drained Jake's energy with each hit. Jake's posture shifted, and his confidence began to wane. Though he tried to maintain distance and keep throwing jabs, Tyson's raw power made it harder for Jake to stick to his strategy.
Get paid, I didn't get paid. It was just like I said before. He just want to keep his name out there. You know, as long as he attach his name to mine, he's gonna keep my name out there. Remember what he said? He said, Mayweather ain't gonna, he didn't pay me, Where's the lawsuit? If you didn't get paid, where's the lawsuit? So it's a bunch of bullshit. But like I said before, they know what they're doing. Both brothers.
By the end of round 2, Jake's face told a different story. His cocky grin gone, the energy from round 1 fading fast. Meanwhile, Tyson was just warming up, and you could feel the crowd buzzing. Tyson had taken control, and Jake was beginning to realize what it truly meant to be in the ring with a legend. The momentum had shifted.
Mike Tyson shows up for 5 minutes. Like, how do you get past that? Right. He doesn't need to be there for the whole fight. He needs to be there for 5 minutes.
For 5 seconds.
Yeah. I don't know. I hear you.
Round 3 starts, and Jake scrambles to regain control, throwing jabs like he's got something to prove. But Tyson? He's not moving an inch. He dominates the ring, cutting Jake off at every turn and trapping him. The crowd watches as Jake struggles, Tyson's experience taking over, knowing exactly where to be and when, making escape impossible.
Tricky one. I mean, I think everyone, when it comes to a Mike Tyson fight, even today, want to see this big legendary Mike Tyson knockout, but Logan Paul and Jake Paul have a...
Jake was still throwing punches, but let's be honest, they were more like half-hearted jabs now. His arms were sagging, his footwork was stumbling, and you could see the exhaustion creeping onto his face. Each shot from Tyson wasn't just landing, it was sending Jake into full-on survival mode. Meanwhile, Tyson's punches weren't just for points. They were surgical, dismantling Jake piece by piece. Every hit reminded Jake exactly where he stood, in a whole different league. By round 3, Jake was gasping, his shoulders drooping, his movements sluggish. Tyson, however, was barely sweating, looking like he was just getting started. He had Jake exactly where he wanted him. And trust me, round 4 was about to change everything. Then came round 4. You could tell Tyson was done playing with Jake. Jake was gassed, his guard was gone, and Tyson had been biding his time, reading every tired move. The tension was thick as Tyson closed in, like a predator circling its prey. And then, boom, a left hook out of nowhere. Tyson dropped that bomb, a punch that could end careers. It landed like a freight train, shaking Jake to his core. That, my friends, is how legends are made. Jake staggered, desperately trying to stay on his feet, but Tyson was already closing in with more punches, right, left, each one smashing through Jake's defenses like a wrecking ball. The younger fighter tried to hold his ground, but it was like trying to stop a freight train with a toothpick. Tyson wasn't letting up. Then, bam, one final, crushing punch, and down Jake went, flat on the canvas. Game over. The referee jumps in, signaling the knockout, and the crowd erupts. Tyson, he's not just a former champ, he's still the monster who redefined the sport. As the dust settled, fans and analysts were left in awe. Tyson's victory wasn't just another win. It was a statement of his skill, power, and legacy. He faced a younger, cocky opponent and quickly showed him what it really means to be a true boxer. Jake Paul, full of swagger, learned the hard way just how outmatched he truly was.
Great on the mitts, but that doesn't mean that you know as much as I know.
Yeah.
I can look good on the mitts.
Yeah. I tell people that, like, bro, mitts doesn't show anything. Yeah.
Especially if you watch in 30-second clips. What you want to see is him sparring. You want to see him hitting the bag for multiple rounds. You'd want to see, like, let's see 3 rounds hard on the bag. I'm gonna see what you could do. I want to see how your feet move. I want to see what it looks like if you're off balance when you're throwing combinations. You look like Tyson.
For Jake, this was a major wake-up call. He trained hard and had a solid start, but that knockout made it crystal clear just how big the gap was between them. Jake's fans tried to praise his courage for stepping up against a legend, but even they couldn't deny it. His flashy moves and jabs were no match for Tyson's raw power and experience.
That's Tyson fight.
I love Mike, and I hate talking about it because he always gets mad at me when I talk about this stuff.
I eat your ass on a live, you bitch!
You know, when the fight happens, he'll be 58 years old. There'll be a 31-year age difference between these two. And, you know, Jake Paul did fight a kid his age and he lost. You know, it's, I don't know, man.
The sports world buzzed with reactions, and Tyson's victory quickly became the highlight of every post-fight conversation. Analysts marveled at how, even at 58, Tyson's power hadn't faded. The uppercut that dropped Jake was a classic Tyson move, reminding everyone that his punch was as dangerous as ever. It was a victory for experience over youth, skill over bravado, and a powerful reminder of why Tyson remains one of the greatest in boxing history.
As fighters, we are a little different to where we always have a round in us. Doesn't matter how old we get, we always have a.
This fight left a lasting impact not just on Jake Paul, but on fans, sports enthusiasts, and even casual viewers who tuned in out of curiosity. For Tyson, it was more than just another match. It was a powerful statement. His performance defied expectations, proving that even at his age, he could deliver a knockout against a younger, faster opponent. The win reinforced his legacy as a boxer whose power and skill are timeless, captivating fans across generations.
Mike still looks like a superhuman for 58, but he's still 58 years old, and you know, he shouldn't be fighting anymore. I don't think it's safe. I think it's dangerous. At that age, your heart might explode. You know, he gets hit in the head, he might have a brain bleed. I mean, the guy, that's what I hope for. I hope that Mike Tyson makes it through injury-free and doesn't get hurt. But I don't like the fight. You know, Jake's in his mid-20s. He's doing every chemical known to man. He's literally a lab project. They're just juicing him up, him and his brother. Yeah. Everybody knows that. The machine's behind him, juicing him up, putting every chemical known to man. So I think it's going to end bad. I think, you know, Jake's going to probably knock him out within the first 2 minutes. And if he doesn't, then it'll be because he's carrying him and he's trying to make the freak show look like it's a competitive fight. But I hate the fight. I think it takes away from Mike Tyson's legacy when a guy like this comes in and beats him.
Jake walked in with confidence and charisma, thinking he had it all figured out. But facing Tyson, total reality check. Jake quickly learned the raw, gritty side of boxing that only comes with years of experience. Sure, he earned some respect, but if he wants to make a real name for himself, he's got a long way to go. This wasn't just a fight. It was social media's flashy culture colliding with boxing's raw tradition. Tyson's knockout wasn't just a win. It was a reality check, proving that boxing is a craft that takes years to master. Youth and showmanship might be flashy, but experience and discipline always win. For fans, this fight will go down as a defining moment in Tyson's legendary career. For Jake Paul, it's a wake-up call, a reminder that confidence alone can't compete with experience in the ring. So what's next? If you want to see more epic showdowns, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned, because in the world of boxing, there's always another giant to face.